Hello, and welcome to the Single Life Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Herzog.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle. Are you in the dark?
No, it's the sun just moved. I don't know what happened. I have a ring on too. I have two rings on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird. I'm like in a weird shadow.
Interesting. And the ring light isn't even working. So crazy.
No, it's on. It's the way because I have my curtains open. I should have my curtains closed.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Here
Well,
we are.
whatever.
Let me tell you.
Tell
We're
me.
here to talk about the Single Life season 4, episode 7, because this week there was no 90 Day Fiance because the Super Bowl was on.
And we watched the Super Bowl.
I watched the end of it. I watched the middle to end of the halftime show and then the end of the Super Bowl.
Oh, I rewatched the halftime show yesterday.
I didn't watch it yet.
Do it.
I'm going to. You'll can't tell me what to do, but I will do it. I promise you.
It was very good.
Well, we're here to talk about the Single Life season 4, episode 7. But if you're listening to this, we usually cover the Single Life on our Patreon. So make sure you join the Patreon to continue with the Single Life journey, because we know a lot of you have been watching it and wondering where our coverage is of it. And it's right there on Patreon, along with so much good stuff. For example,
So Pumped, a Vanderpump Rules podcast.
Macaroni Rascals, a Jersey Shore podcast.
Recycled with Noelle and Michael.
A Real Housewives of New Jersey podcast.
That's right. That's right. That's what we do.
Oh, man. It's going to be some good stuff.
Also, we covered the full series of Unexpected.
We did. We covered everything. So go over there, do the stuff. And, that's not really all. Whatever. Do the
stuff and watch the Single. If you're not watching the Single Life, you are truly missing out on the best franchise. Come on. I can't believe it.
Good.
It's so good.
You guys are going to be pretty excited that we're covering the Single Life today, but so am I.
I am so excited. I couldn't wait to talk about this.
Well, now you have to wait. I love how it's just getting darker and darker. This is perfect for video.
It's so good. You know what? You want me to close my curtains on camera?
Yeah, close your curtain. Yeah,
okay.
Do it,
let's do it.
Nick's going to be very mad at the video quality.
Oh, I love you, Nick. Nikki Cracker Barrel.
Nikki Cracker Barrel. If you guys don't know, we talked on BS, which is one of our favorite podcasts available on Patreon. We talked about our cheese names because I actually don't believe in any kind of last name anymore. So if you guys want to know more about that, go over to BS. We've been putting our cheese names in the group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk podcast listeners on Facebook. So check it out. I don't think she fixed this, but okay. Okay, so it's the same. Perfect. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. I see myself fully now.
Yeah,
before
better.
I was the shadow.
You are the shadow. So let's jump in the pool with Debbie.
She doesn't need to be on the show particularly, but let's talk about her.
Okay, well, that's too bad because she is.
No, I know we have to.
Yeah. So she tells Julian that her and Ruben the Cuban went dancing.
I mean, I guess they kind of went dancing.
She wants this movie love. She wants this romance, this great romance.
She wants the drama.
And she said that Julian wants to meet this guy. And she's like, what am I going to tell him? Oh, the police are coming?
Why don't you just say my son is here? He wants to meet you. But also, I mean, he doesn't need to meet him. But like, that's what you could say instead of say the police are coming.
Right.
Like Julian's whole personality doesn't need to be the police.
Do you think she calls him the police to his face? Like,
she probably calls 911. Hi, can I talk to Julian?
Hello?
Hello, it's me, Debbie.
911, what's your emergency?
I need my husband. I need my son to go buy me condoms. Julian?
Oh, hold on. Let me transfer you to the 911 Julian number. It's actually 912.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Next time I'll dial 912.
Yeah, that's Julian's extension at 911.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So if you want to write that out, it's just write this down, Debbie. So you dial 911 extension 912.
Okay.
Yeah, and just ask for Julian.
Okay, so don't forget that, Debbie.
Yes, next time you need condoms. She's wearing these hair clips in the front of her hair underneath her hat now.
Yeah, she is my mother.
She is your mother.
Yeah.
So he picks her up.
Yes.
In a Polaris?
Okay, which is a 3-wheeler?
Yeah, I don't like these things.
Because you think they're dangerous or you just don't like them?
No, I think they're dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, they're not for me, but I also feel like when you're that old, what do you have to lose?
She's not. This is the problem.
She's not that
Not
old.
that
I
old.
know.
But I still don't want to drive in a
I
slingshot.
feel like they're like, are they legal? I'd be surprised if they were legal.
Probably in Florida. Everything's legal in Florida.
That's true. I don't even think you need a helmet for your
You don't even need
motorcycle.
you don't even need a license to drive in Florida.
Yeah, you could just drive
Yeah,
from
you're
the
just
age
Florida
of
man.
birth.
Florida man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I
If
don't know.
some
I don't want to go on this. And see, Julie, I like that Julian's like taking a picture, like
he's
trying
like,
to get
I
the
got
license plate.
okay. So this is the thing. This
Yeah.
is the scripted part of the show. It's like,
Yeah.
I got a picture of his tags. I'm gonna find out everything now. And it's like, I will say this. You
Yeah.
know what the police department doesn't love?
What?
When you abuse your power.
Do they not love that?
I mean, I don't think they love for you to say it publicly.
Right. Well, I think he just has to have some kind of role. Like,
Do you think that's why I heard that he's not a cop anymore?
yeah, that's what I heard too.
Okay. Do you think it's because he keeps taking his mom to the drugstore in his police car and he's running tags on her boyfriends?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. I think it's because he drives his cop car home every night.
They're like, you got to stop bringing the cop car home.
He's like, why? This is my car. This is the only car he has.
Yeah, he's like, you guys don't pay me enough money to have my own vehicle.
Vehicle.
There's you always know how much people hate the police by how much they accentuate the O in police.
What do you mean?
Like when people are like, the police are here, you're like, oh,
that's
you hate
so
them.
I was thinking of cop. I'm like, how would I
No.
enunciate the O?
But you also know how much of a cop someone is, depending on how they pronounce vehicle.
Vehicle.
Yeah, the more hick in it, the more of a cop.
The more
are.
cop you are.
Just saying. This outfit that Ruben's wearing is very colorful, but here's the thing: you can't call the kettle black, Debbie.
Well, they're the same person.
She's like, this is ridiculous, and it's like, yeah, it is ridiculous, Debbie.
It is, Debbie. Like when you wear a full silver look, head to toe.
Just saying. So they get coffee and pastries, and she tells him that Julian's here, and I like that she's scared that her son is baggage. It's like, that he's not 3.
Right. You don't have to go change his diaper.
She's like, I'm a single mom.
Well, basically, so I always forget she has a daughter too.
Yeah, because her daughter's not trying to be on the show.
Right. So basically she's like, I'm tight with both of my kids and he wants to meet you. And he's like, well, I think it's weird and intimidating, but I'll do it.
Intimidating though? What are you gonna do?
I guess because she's like, he's a cop, he's tough, and he's this and he's that.
So you're gonna get grounded then, Debbie. I'm not gonna get grounded.
But also, Ruben, do you have a record? Why is everyone so afraid? Like
of the police?
I understand why people are afraid of the cops.
You have tags on your vehicle?
The thing is, like, random people will be afraid. They'll be like, oh, the cops are coming. And it's like, you're an accountant. Like, why are you scared? You know what I mean?
Or
also, yeah.
Well, if I was an accountant, I'd be
no, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, what are you, a drug dealer? No. So who cares?
Right. What do you have to hide?
What do you have to hide?
I don't know. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions, but you know what I think?
What?
Dame Products is a woman-founded company making toys for sex that close the pleasure gap.
I love a pleasure gap.
Do you know that women are 4 times more likely than men to say that sex is not at all pleasurable in the past year?
That's so sad.
Right?
Yeah.
These toys are developed and tested by real people with vulvas in Dame Labs, and they're engineered to bring your solo and coupled play to new heights.
Love that.
They're making the world a happier place, one vagina at a time.
I have a vagina.
Oh, well, that's inappropriate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just, I'm saying I fit in with this company. I like what I'm hearing.
We think that we should seek out what's right for us and not compromise on what's most important. Our relationship should add value to our lives, especially in the bedroom. So why don't we think the same way about our sex toys?
I guess I never thought about it.
So Dame Products is a woman-owned sex toy company making the next generation of vulva-tested, vulva-approved vibrators. Founded by a sex educator and an MIT engineer, Dame prototypes and tests their products with real people to ensure satisfied customers.
I love that. That's cool.
Their vibrators are made with body-safe materials, smart design principles, and lots of love, earning glowing press from the New York Times, W Magazine, and many more.
Very cool.
Whether you're a couple looking for an extra boost where it matters or on a journey of self-exploration, we're sure that they'll earn a spot on your nightstand. And the best part, Dame offers hassle-free returns within 60 days, so your satisfaction is literally guaranteed.
I love a good return.
Visit Dame.com to see how they're making the world a happier place, one vulva at a time. So 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk listeners can use code 90day to take 15% off your order at Dame.com. It will be right down there in the description.
In the show notes.
Yeah, in the show notes. Do it.
Do it. And then we have to talk about the best person on the whole show.
Natalie.
The best.
Natalie is the best. So they are celebrating Halloween. This is an American holiday only.
Okay. I wanted to bring something up
Thanks.
because I never thought about it. Last week we were talking about Natalie and she went out with her mom and they had these salads that looked delicious.
Yeah.
But wasn't she a vegan when she lived with Mike? Remember, she would like give him such a hard time about meat and say
Vegetarian,
that she's a vegan.
yeah.
But like she would say that she was a vegan and she would say she didn't drink. And now she drinks too.
And she had, well, that we knew because she started doing that as soon as she met Josh.
Well, that's the thing. Right. But it's like,
She's whoever you want her to be.
She's who you want her to be. Right.
She's who she wants to be at that moment.
I love how excited they are about Halloween.
I know. This is you and your mother at Hauntoween in LA.
This could not have been more me and my mother.
I know. So her mom wants her to have kids. She's like, oh.
See, this is where it's not like me and my mom.
Natalie zones out.
Well, because her mother's being ridiculous. The things that her mother's saying.
She's like,
yeah, this is how I am too.
No. She like went to another.
No, but would you not go to another planet if your mother was like this? If you were okay, she's like, if you were in the Ukraine and you were dating a guy for 1 month, he would ask you to live with him already, and you would be in a serious relationship, and you've been with Josh for a year, and I cannot believe he hasn't proposed yet. My brain would have shut off.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Josh is in Arizona with his kids, and she wants to see where he lives.
That's crazy that she's never once been to his house because it's not like he lives with his kids.
Well, she said that he doesn't want to hang out normally, like I guess regularly.
Yeah, right. But also, I think he only, he wants to hang out for a little. How's your mother?
Her mother does not see the point of this. And she said that she's like, Natalie, even your first husband asked you quickly. How did that go?
But also, she's been married 3 times. I forget that all the time.
Her mother liked her first husband. She was 22 and she said that she hated him. And then her second husband was in the military. And then her third husband was Michael. And she's mad that Josh isn't asking her to marry him. But Natalie's still married.
I always forget that she's still married to Michael.
That is a very big reason why you cannot get married right now as well.
But her mother wants her to have a kid. But it's also like, Mom, leave me alone.
I know. Well, she's fake doing her makeup on the couch.
Oh, she can't with this brush under her eye over and over again.
She also matches the couch. She's sitting on a blue couch in a
blue
blue outfit.
She matches.
I can't believe how much she lines her eyes.
Tracey, imagine like the way that my eyes tear, it would be down my face streaming.
Yeah, she's a little bit wild.
Yeah,
so
she is.
She's very funny. Keeps asking her, "Where's Josh? Where's Josh? Where's Josh?" It's like when you're waiting for your dad to pick you up.
Right.
It's like, "Where's Dad? Is Dad coming? Is Dad coming? Is Dad coming?" And then she's
very annoying. I bet she's like, "Oh, why did my mom have to come here?"
This is not a good thing. So, quote, she goes, quote, "He didn't spend Halloween with me."
Maybe she doesn't know how Halloween works.
And
did you notice that she's holding a crystal like this in her hand?
Oh no!
It's like she's like vibrating. She is Spencer Prating this crystal. It's crazy.
So she has herpes. Anyway, so she also she said he's not going to spend Christmas with her either. And
he does have kids.
He said because she doesn't know his daughter.
He's not ready for her to meet his kid. Okay, and they live in Arizona. Okay.
She starts crying her eyeliner off, and she said that she made a big mistake.
Bad.
So he's waiting for Natalie at this restaurant. He is eating a dry tortilla chip. He's gonna choke.
So he eats half, puts the other half back on the plate.
Yeah,
because I think he realized he made a mistake.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. He's like, "Oh, I actually cannot do this. I don't know what to do with this. All they're doing is videotaping me
Right.
eating this chip. Why did I pick this as the motion I was gonna do?
It
I'm
was
gonna
like a
choke.
shard. You're gonna choke.
Yeah, no, there was no salsa on his chip.
No, but there was salsa on the plate. I was
Yeah, but
surprised that
he
he didn't
didn't
use it.
dip.
I know. It was weird. And
He
it's a
was like, "Oh
blue
no."
chip. Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no. Oh no."
Very grave mistake.
Well, he's waiting for her and she walks. She makes it they make it seem like she's gonna walk by him and not say hello to him.
Yes.
And then she turns the corner and comes into this little area.
Yes.
There's something very off.
Okay, but she walks by him and will not make eye contact with him. I love her so much. I can't believe it.
She wants him to think that she's not gonna come and sit with him.
Yes, but that's the funniest
But then she
part.
gets so giddy as she gets near him.
She starts like giggling.
The emotions that
Mhm.
go through her are so terrifying.
And he likes it though. He does.
I guess he does. Well, you know what else?
What?
John likes Megan.
John loves Megan. I, on the other hand, feel differently.
She's never left Texas. She's never been on a plane. And a week after he comes home, she goes to Las Vegas.
But she can only stay for one day.
One day. She looks miserable. She looks cracky.
Yeah, she's so cracky.
She's so cracky, right?
She is. I think about that every time I see her. I'm like, something is wrong here.
So he lives out of his suitcase and
Mhm.
she's annoyed by this. And it's like, you have on the biggest wing of eyeliner I've ever seen in my life with not one stitch of makeup on. Besides
But
that.
I think it's like a perma wing.
You
I
think it's a
really do.
tattoo?
I don't know, man. This girl can't put on concealer,
But
but
you
she
can
has
put
a
on
perma
a
wing.
giant wing.
But it's
This
the
is a
fattest
bat
wing
wing.
ever, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's also like, who cares? She was like, I can organize this. And it's like, who cares? He's a
Stop.
drifter. He doesn't even know where
Right.
he lives.
So his family did not like his ex.
I would love to know what his ex was like. Also, he fully has on a wedding band in the confessional. Like a
Interesting.
large wedding band, because he talks a lot with his hand like
Yeah.
me. And it's a fat wedding band on his left finger.
Interesting.
Yes.
Did they get married?
So I'm thinking, they filmed the confessional afterwards. I'm thinking they got married because he truly has on a wedding band.
Well, she's gonna meet Patrick and Thais and the baby, and they
Mhm.
meet them at a bar.
Right.
Thais is wearing a sports bra.
She looks very pretty here.
Yeah,
Thais,
but what
I
is
have to
happening? Did
say.
she just fold her shirt up? She looks like she folded her shirt
I think
up.
she folded her shirt up. Like maybe she's nursing. I don't know.
Okay. Patrick cannot hold the laughter as he talks
But
to this
why
girl.
is he so mean?
He's like, this is not real.
This isn't real.
He's like, this girl comes to meet us with this bat wing.
She orders a pot pie too.
I mean, he's like, this is not real.
I mean, imagine you're like at a pub and you're like, chicken pot pie, please.
Okay. So, well, yeah, I mean, that is kind of where you order chicken pot pie, though.
I mean,
not
where
me.
they were is not where I would order a chicken pot
well,
pie.
He tells Patrick's like, you have a kid and you're going to date this guy? He's not responsible. He is a kid. And Thais is like, oh, yeah, no, he's a kid.
But then they're like, and he's like, which I get, he's like, you don't even want kids.
Right. He's like, no, I said I didn't want to have a baby.
But then she's like, but she wants another kid.
Right. And Patrick said, quote, John definitely doesn't want one.
But it's also because I think that John wouldn't just tell her, I don't want to have a kid.
Right. And Patrick's like, I need to do this for you.
Yeah.
Also, he's like, yeah, you just have sex with her in hotels. You don't even know this girl.
Well, so that's the thing.
This is the third time they're meeting.
And she's like, you have to move, basically.
Right now. On our third date. Imagine moving on your third date.
And he says that he's adamant about not wanting a kid and she wants another kid.
Okay.
So right now you guys should break up.
Or stay together forever. Tyree. This isn't real.
This can't be real.
Okay, so they're gonna go on a voodoo tour and lunch. Him and this girl, Teresa. Are him and his two brothers sharing one hotel room?
Yes, I think so.
This hotel room looks like a childhood bedroom. This is like, I guess, one of those boutique hotels.
Yes. Because there's no way Tyree has his own room and then the other two are sharing a room.
He's ready to get married and have kids.
He's ready to kiss her if the moment's right.
Yeah, he said that he's very confident. He's trying to pick out his shirt. I would say pick the one that fits your body.
I mean,
because it doesn't cover him.
Well, so that's the thing. The shirt that he picks doesn't work for him
It
at
doesn't
all.
cover him. It's not,
No.
it's too small.
Yeah, it's too small.
Right. He is sweating through his shirt from the top of his shoulders.
Oh, I didn't know that you have sweat pores here. Sweat glands at the top of your shoulder. I've never sweat here in my life.
We're going to have to
You know
do
what's
some
crazy is,
experiments.
I guess because it surprised me that he had no pit stain,
Right.
no like
Nothing.
chest,
Just on the top of his.
only shoulder.
Yeah. Mostly shoulder.
Mostly shoulders.
Well, Teresa says, we have this great connection.
Okay, but does she mean like as a friend?
I don't know. He said it's 105 degrees. Why did they do this to him?
To embarrass him.
Okay. I will tell you this.
Yeah.
If you were like, hey, Tracey, we got to go somewhere for this television show we're going to be on for the TV. And they're going to be filming us. I'd be like, I definitely don't want to go to New Orleans where it's really hot.
No, you want to go to Iceland, basically.
I would like to go to Greenland.
Right.
I would like to go to the North Pole.
Yeah, I would never want to. The last time I went to New Orleans, it was 105 degrees outside.
Well,
I could hardly be outside.
Not okay for humans.
I feel like this is not okay for humans, but for someone like Tyree, it's like dangerous, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
I did.
Yeah.
He's doing that weird, uncomfortable laugh.
Oh.
And he goes, I know you're divorced. What's the next step? He's smooth, right?
He's just but also she makes a Pittsburgh, what'd you call it? A Pittsburgh salad. She puts fries on top of her salad. I've never heard of it. She's like, oh, have you ever had a Pittsburgh salad? And you put fries on top of your salad.
I've seen fries on a sandwich.
I don't know. I've just never heard of it.
Well, actually,
yeah,
Pittsburgh, is where I've seen fries on a sandwich.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, remember that place, whatever Brothers?
I know, I remember. It's just that was
I just heard the craziest noise.
What is it?
Come out of your microphone. That was terrifying.
What did it sound
you didn't
like?
See me, it was just scrambled, the loudest thing in my ear holes that I just.
You know what's funny? As you said it, like there wasn't the child upstairs jumped off of his bed, so it scared me, but it wasn't. That's not what you heard. Obviously, we just both got scared at the same time. I don't know why. I didn't even move.
My heart is like racing. Anyway, sorry guys. She said that it was fate that they met, but she's cautious with her long distance relationships.
Okay, but fate, like they met for what? To be friends.
You never know.
But like she doesn't like him like that.
You never know. She's making it like she does, though.
I know. And that's what confuses me. And it's like, they're both like, oh, the number one thing is someone who travels. Shut the fuck up,
Tyree.
Please. Tyree's like, yeah, someone who travels, someone who I could trust.
Okay. Someone who travels. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Speaking of stupid, let's talk about Veronica.
Well, Tim.
Okay. Veronica's not even in this episode.
No.
The whole entire segment on Veronica is that Tim walks away with Louisa.
Right.
And she's pressuring him to kiss her,
which is so uncomfortable.
And also, wait, back to Teresa. She said that he's going to make a great partner, Tyree.
To who?
She doesn't specify.
Sorry. Like to who? That's what I want to know. But okay.
So we watched Louisa and Tim kiss with a lot of tongue.
Okay, but it's like the noise. And I'm not a noise person.
But what are we doing here? You didn't even want to kiss her and now you're going to tongue her down?
But then he says, well, he didn't want to kiss her because he wanted to brush his teeth first. That's what he was saying. Okay, so get a Trident. I don't know, but it's like, why is he so scared to kiss her? I don't know what this is about. This is weird. And why does she have to push herself on him? I would never.
Noelle.
It's weird. She's so cute. It's weird.
This whole thing is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need to. It's too much kissing. It's a lot of weird kissing.
That's all I got.
It's a lot of tongue, and that's all I have. He just wants to be 100% sure about her.
Well, I'm sure that I don't want to watch that.
I'd rather watch that than Veronica, I have to tell you.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'd rather. I don't know what I'd rather watch, but I know that you guys need to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Make sure you check out the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Join our Facebook group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast listeners. And this is where we discuss the show. Make sure you follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can follow the show on TikTok at Trash Talk Podcast. And you can follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my stand-up comedy tour dates. I have a ton coming up, so make sure you check it out. I might be coming to your city. You just never know.
I know that you're going to many cities.
Well, make sure that you give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you're listening to us on.
Mhm.
And make sure that you're listening to us and watching us also on YouTube at Trash Talk Podcast. If you guys are listening to this on audio right now, we are on YouTube. So if you want to see our beautiful or not so beautiful faces, up to you. Go over there and do that at Trash Talk Podcast.
And
And
share our videos if you like them.
give us a comment. Do the stuff. You know what to do.
Do the stuff. You actually do know what to do, and tell a
Subscribe
friend.
to us. Okay, thanks so much. Goodbye forever.
Bye forever.